In this video we're going to go over the Chapter 4 individual exercise 4.7, exporting and plotting profiles for Route 63. In the first step, which we've already done, we've opened up the civil geometry J2P0200.dgn. It has our alignments in there. This is the Road 1 alignment, this is the Route 63, and this is the one we're going to try to, if needed, export and then plot the profiles using the DNC Manager. Next it says let's right click on the user and check our user preferences. So I'm going to right click and hold. I'm going to go to user preferences. I'm going to go to COGO preferences, and since the job directory is cleared out, what it's going to do is it's going to use the active directory of this open Microstation file. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that, I'm going to go into COGO and classic SS2 COGO and just see what's in that GPK. I go to road geometry and then coordinate geometry. There's my 200 GPK. I'm going to go ahead and open that. I'm going to use Navigator, and in here we do have the Route 63 EX and proposed profile, and we do have the chain for Route 63. Now, in step in step 7, it says if those items aren't in there, to go ahead and export those out. So what I'm going to do is, even though they're in here, I'm going to go ahead and delete them and then export those out just to show you how that is done. So I have redefine turned on. I'm going to go to my profiles. I'm going to select the two profiles, and I'm going to go ahead and delete them. And then I'm going to go to my chain and delete the Route 63 out. So they're not in my GPK anymore. But to export those, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to your civil geometry file. I'm in my plan view here. I'm going to bring up my view number 8 as well, and I'm going to go ahead and window those. I'm going to tile them. Okay. And then to export them, all you have to do is go to General Geometry, go to the second row, second icon, which is Export to Native. And so when you click on it, it says Locate Elements and then Reset to Complete. So I'm going to click on my alignment, try to get in between those tick marks. I'm going to locate my proposed. Now, one thing I got to worry about is when I hover over this, this is the Road 1 profile, so I'm going to hit F4. And I'm going to open up the Route 63 profile. I forgot to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to open up the Route 63 profile model. I'm going to click in there, and those are the Route 63 profiles. There's the proposed, and there's the existing. So let's go back to General Geometry again, Export to Native. I'm going to select the Route 63. I'm going to do the proposed and existing, and I'm going to reset to complete. It's going to ask me what GPK. I'm going to say the 200. And now if I go to my COGO and then click on the COGO Navigator, there's my Route 63 chain. Let's see if both profiles made it out, and sure enough they did. They're right there. Okay. Now remember, this is a one-way street when it comes to this feature definition that's applied to the Route 63. Which is MoDOT baseline proposed. And with MoDOT baseline proposed, you get the stationing and tick marks that you see here. And I was able to go to the GPK and delete those chains and profiles without affecting the DGN. But again, if I would delete the profile, either of the profiles or the chain in the DGN, because they have that MoDOT baseline proposed feature definition, they would automatically be deleted out of the GPK. So again, if you delete it in the DGN, they get deleted out of the GPK, but if you delete them in the GPK, they don't get deleted out of the DGN, so just be aware of that. So now I got my items in COGO, so we can move on to the next step. And what that is we're going to open a previously created DGN file. And so we're going to go out there and we're going to do open, and it's the one called Profile J2P0200. We put our Road 1 profiles, or plotted those Road 1 profiles in there earlier. We also referenced in the plan geometry. And so we're going to go ahead and open that up. We're going to check in our previous file, And when this file opens up, I'm going to go ahead and do a fit view. Again, there's our plan geometry, there's our Road1 profiles. And so we're going to use on step number 13, we're going to use DNC Manager, which is located right here, or you can get it from the GEOPAK pull down, GEOPAK, then Road, and then DNC, or Design and Computation Manager. Okay. And so that's step number 13. Now we're going to 14, and we're going to go down to, in DNC Manager, we're going to kind of move back up just a little bit here. We're going to go to Drafting Standards. We're going to go to Profile. Go ahead and close down the plan. We're going to go to Profile. We're going to go to Existing Ground, and we're going to do the 1 inch equals 50 Existing Ground Profile. When I click on that, in the banner of this other dialog, it should be 1 inch equals 50. And if you have that, you can go ahead and click Draw Plan and Profile. You need to tell it what GPK we're working with, which is the 200. And again, based on what item you select in DNC Manager, the settings in this box will be set for you. The only thing that doesn't get set is the scale, so we're going to change that to 50. And what we're going to want to plot is our Route 63 existing, so we're going to select that. And we're just going to look at the settings here. Horizontal scale is good, vertical scale is good, beginning station matches the beginning station up here. The end station does not, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to clear that out, and then I'm going to hit Tab, and it should put in the correct station. Again, we're not going to go with the strip grade increment, and that just plots elevations at whatever increment you type in. The reference station is going to be 9 plus 50, so we're going to type in 9 plus 50. Reference elevation is something less than the minimum elevation, and with this, I believe we're going to go with 800. Let me look in the manual here real quick. And on step 16, we are going with 800, so we're going to type in 800 there. For the X and Y, you just need to pick some area that's blank in this file, and all I'm going to do is hit the DP button and come out and just left click out there. Next thing you need to do is change the PGL chain. It's not Road1, but Route 63. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw my cell at XY. Once I have that cell out there, you can kind of see the information it plots out there. It's the GPK, the chain name, the beginning station, the beginning elevation, the scale, and no gap. So if there was a station equation, there would be put no gap in the in this plot. And so once we have it set up like this, we can go ahead and hit OK to draw our existing ground. Next, we're going to switch our DNC Manager item. We're going to be done with existing ground. We're going to go to Proposed. We're going to go, again, the 50 and 10 scale, which is this one here. 50 scale, Proposed Ground Profile. 1 inch equals 50 horizontal, 1 inch equals 10 vertical. Again, once you click on that, in the banner up here, it should put that in the banner. Once it's in the banner, you're going to go ahead and click on this button right here. It's going to ask for a GPK, and we're going to hit OK to that. Again, once we select our GPK, this dialog then puts the correct settings in there based on the item that you selected in this field here. Again, we're going to go with a label scale of 50. This time, we're actually going to toggle on just a couple extra values that we like to see. We like to do K value and stopping sight distance. Once you have those checked, we're going to pick the Route 63 PR. Brings up the same dialog as before. Again, we just need to verify these settings, 50 and 10, 9 plus 50. Our ending station is correct. Our reference station is correct. Reference elevation, again, you want to keep that the same as what's listed on the cell, which was 800. Our X and Y, if you don't know if that's correct, all you have to, or if you don't know if any of this information is correct, all you need to do is click on Identify Cell and click on that cell, and it'll fill out that information for you. PGL chain is Route 63, and once you have it set just like this, you can hit OK and draw your proposed profile. Now that we have our profile information plotted in this drawing, we can now, and we'll do this later in the Road1 class, we will create plan and profile sheets. So that's all there is for this Chapter 4 group exercise, applying the Route 63 profiles.